Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we are discussing about the metals and non-metals react with acids and bases. Okay, when metal react with acids to form hydrogen gas, and non-metal also react with bases to form hydrogen gas. Okay, metals and non-metals react with acids to when metals and non-metals react with acids to form different salts, they will form. And some of the metals do not react with acids, and some of the metals react with bases to form hydrogen gas, and some of the non-metals react with bases to form hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas will be give the pop sound. Okay, hydrogen gas will give pop sound. Due to the pop sound, we can identify the hydrogen gas. And today I am going to discuss about the displacement reactions. Okay, displacement reactions and metals and non-metal uses. This is the last topic of this chapter. Some displacement reactions. Displacement reactions. Okay, first of all, what is the displacement reactions? How can we define the displacement reactions? Highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal, that is called from the salts, that is called displacement reactions. Okay, how can we define the displacement reactions? Highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal, that is called displacement reactions. Okay, by the activity we have to understand about the displacement reactions. Okay, first of all, what is the displacement reactions? Highly reactive metal displaces the highly reactive metal displaces highly reactive metal displaces less reactive metal, less reactive metal. Highly reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from the salts. This type of reactions are called displacement reactions. This type of reactions are called displacement reaction. Highly reactive metal displaces less reactive metal. This type of reactions are called what we can call displacement reactions. Displacement reactions. Okay, by the activity we have to understand about the displacement reactions. Okay, in the activity we have to take the 5 beakers. In the activity we have to take the 5 beakers. One of the beaker we have to take the label the beakers with A, B, C, D, E. Okay, first we have to take the 5 beakers, 100 ml beakers. In that we have to label the beakers A, B, C, D, E. And after that we have to take the beaker A. In that beaker A we have to take the copper sulfate and zinc granules. In the beaker B, copper sulfate and iron nail. In beaker C, zinc sulfate and copper turnings. And beaker D, we have to take the iron sulfate and copper turnings. And beaker E, we have to take the zinc sulfate and iron nail. Okay, these are we have to take the in that beakers, 5 beakers, we have to label them A, B, C, D, E, and in that we have to take these solutions. Okay. Okay, in the activity in that beakers we have to take these substances and we have to add the dissolve in the 50 ml of water. Okay, in that beakers we have to take the 50 ml of water, and that after that we have to dissolve these substances. Which substances? Copper sulfate, zinc sulfate, iron sulfate, zinc granules, iron nails, copper sulfate. These are we have to dissolve. Okay, in this activity first we have to take the 5 beakers, 100 ml beakers, we have to take the 5 beakers. These are the beakers, roughly diagram. Okay, first A, B, C, D, E. We are taking the 5 beakers. Okay, these are the 100 ml beakers. We have to take the 50 ml of water in that, and we can dissolve the substance. Which substance? Okay, see here beaker A, first beaker. In the first beaker we have to take the beaker A, copper sulfate. What is the formula of copper sulfate? CuSO4. Copper sulfate CuSO4 plus zinc granules What is the zinc formula? Zn. Okay. Next, beaker B. This is a beaker A, and next beaker B. In the beaker B we have to take the copper sulfate. Copper sulfate formula is CuSO4 plus iron nails. Iron formula Fe. And beaker C. Next, beaker C we have to take the zinc sulfate. What is the formula of zinc sulfate? ZnSO4 and copper turnings. What is the formula of copper? Cu. And next, beaker D. In the beaker D we have to take the iron sulfate. Iron sulfate formula is FeSO4 plus copper turnings. Cu. Formula is Cu. Next, last beaker is we have to take the beaker E. In that, zinc sulfate. Formula is ZnSO4 and iron nail. Formula Fe. Okay, these are 5 beakers. In the 5 beakers, A, B, C, D, E, we label them, and we have to take the 50 ml water and dissolve these substances. Okay, copper sulfate and iron nail, dissolve these substances. In beaker A, what we have to take in? Copper sulfate and zinc granule. In beaker B, copper sulfate and iron nail. In beaker C, zinc sulfate and copper turnings. In beaker D, iron sulfate and copper turnings. In beaker E, zinc sulfate and iron nails. Okay, in that beakers, displacement reactions is going on. Okay, in that 5 beakers, which beaker get the displacement reaction and which beaker does not get the displacement reaction? Once we have to check. Okay, here which is the highly reactive metal that displaces the less reactive metal from the solution? We are taking the copper, zinc, iron. Okay, copper, zinc, iron and iron we are taken in that substances. Okay, which is the highly reactive metal that is displaces the less reactive metal from the solution. Okay, one by one we have to check that beakers. This is the beaker A and beaker B, beaker C, beaker D, beaker E. Okay, what changes do you observe in the various beakers? You have read that one metal displaces another metal from its compound in aqueous solution. In beaker A, we are taken the zinc replaces copper from copper sulfate. Okay, in beaker A, we are taken the zinc and copper sulfate we are taken. So zinc is a highly reactive metal than copper. So that's why zinc replaces copper from copper sulfate. Okay, that is why the blue color first before the reaction, that is a copper is a blue color. Blue color of the copper sulfate disappears and a powdery red mass of copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. The reaction can be represented as copper sulfate plus zinc gives rise to zinc sulfate and copper. Copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. Okay, once we have to check the beaker A. In the beaker A, we are taking the copper sulfate solution. Before that, copper sulfate solution is a blue color. Okay, In beaker A, zinc displaces copper. Zinc means Zn. Zinc displaces copper, Cu. Copper from copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. What is the formula of copper sulfate? CuSO4. Okay, in the first beaker, that is a beaker A, zinc replaces copper from copper sulfate. That's why the blue color of copper sulfate disappears. That is why the blue color of copper sulfate disappears and a powdery red mass of copper sulfate, copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. Okay, once you have to observe the beaker A. In the beaker A, zinc and copper sulfate is there. Zinc is a highly reactive metal than copper, so that's why zinc replaces the copper from its solution. So first, before that, copper sulfate is a blue color. After that, after the reaction, after the zinc displaces the copper from the copper sulfate, the copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. It is a red color. Okay, how can we represent this reaction? Here we can write the reaction copper sulfate. Already you know the copper sulfate formula. What is the copper sulfate formula? CuSO4. Place copper sulfate is reacting with zinc. In first beaker, we are talking about the first beaker. Okay, zinc formula Z. This copper sulfate is a which color? Blue color. First it is a blue color. Okay, then gives rise to, what is the product? Here zinc is there, here copper is there. This zinc is displacing the copper, remaining sulfate is a O common. Okay, now we can write the reaction zinc sulfate and copper formula Cu. Copper is a red color. It is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. So what about the zinc sulfate? It is a colorless. Before that, copper sulfate is a blue color. After the zinc displaces the copper, after that it is a colorless. Copper is a red color. What is the zinc sulfate formula? ZnSO4. So this is the reaction in the first beaker. In the same way, second beaker also. Same reactions, but here metals are changed. In second beaker, what we are taken? Copper sulfate and iron nail. In the same way, iron is a highly reactive metal than copper, so iron displaces the copper. Same way you have to write. Simply I am writing the second beaker, beaker B. I am writing the formulas only. First copper sulfate we are taken and iron nail. Iron nail means Fe. Okay, copper sulfate and iron nail gives rise to this iron is displaces this copper, so it will be formed iron sulfate FeSO4. This copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. This is the reaction. Here also same. Okay, but here we are taking the zinc. In the place of zinc we are taken here iron. Okay, that is the difference in beaker B. And beaker A, beaker B, solutions after the reaction it will be changes. Color of the solution is changes. In beaker A we are observed the blue color changes into the colorless. Okay, next what about the beaker C and beaker D? In the beaker C and beaker D we are taking the iron sulfate and zinc sulfate and plus copper turnings. Okay, that copper does not displaces the zinc sulfate from the from the zinc sulfate. It won't be displaces the zinc. In the same way, copper turnings does not displaces the iron sulfate from the iron sulfate iron also that copper does not displaces the iron and zinc. Why? Because copper is less reactive than iron and zinc. That's why that colors will be not changed. Only A and B changed. C and D beakers does not change any color. Why? Because that copper is less reactive than iron and zinc. What about the E beaker? In the last beaker, which substance we are taking? In the last beaker, we are taking the zinc sulfate and iron nail. Okay, so zinc sulfate and iron nail. What happened in the last beaker? So in the beaker E also, that iron does not displaces the zinc. Okay, because of zinc is a highly reactive metal than iron. Here once you have to observe, we do not see any change in beaker C. We can infer that copper is not able to replace the zinc from zinc sulfate. When zinc can replace copper in beaker A, but copper cannot displaces the zinc in beaker C. Okay, here one important point: copper is less reactive than zinc and iron. Okay, copper is less reactive than zinc and iron, so copper does not displace zinc and iron. Okay, copper is less reactive than zinc and iron, so copper does not displace the zinc and iron. Okay, in beaker D and E also, iron does not displaces the zinc because of zinc is a highly reactive metal than iron and copper. So can you guess the reactivity of that metals? So reactivity of metals. Now first is a zinc. Zinc is a highly reactive, then iron, then copper. So this is a reactive order. Okay, iron does not replaces the zinc. Copper does not replaces the iron. Zinc is replaces the iron and copper also. Iron is replaces the only copper. Okay, this is the reactivity of the metals. Okay, next last one is the uses of metals and non-metals. Already you know about the uses of metals and non-metals in general life. Uses of metals and non-metals. Okay, uses of metals and non-metals. So generally metals are we can use it in the making machinery, automobiles, aeroplanes, trains, satellites, industrial gadgets, cooking utensils, and water bottles and water boilers. Water boilers also we are using the metals. Okay, so some of the copper water bottles also there. Generally metals are using in the making machinery, automobiles, aeroplanes, trains, satellites, and industrial gadgets, cooking utensils, water boilers. We can use the metals. And what about the non-metal uses? Non-metal uses is non-metal is essential for our life, which all living being inhale during the breathing. Okay, non-metal used in fertilizers to enhance the growth of plants. For the growing of the plants, non-metals we are using as a fertilizers. For suppose nitrogen is a non-metal. So urea we are using in the urea, nitrogen is there. This is helpful for the growing of the plants. And non-metal is used in water purification process. In water purification process we are using the non-metals. And non-metal used in the purple colored solution which is applied on wounds as an antiseptic. purple color solutions we are using, which is acts as a antiseptics, okay, applied on wounds as an antiseptic. And non-metal used in crackers. In the crackers also we are using the non-metals. Okay, this is about the metals and non-metals uses. Okay, what is the uses of metals and non-metals? Metals generally we are using the aeroplanes, making machinery, automobiles, trains, satellites, industrial gadgets, cooking utensils, water boilers. We are using the metals. And what is the non-metal uses? Non-metal is essential for our life, which all living beings inhale during the breathing. For suppose breathing, we are using the oxygen, so it is essential for our life. Non-metal used in the fertilizers to enhance the growth of plants. Non-metal used in water purification process. Non-metal used in the purple colored solution, which is applied on wounds as an antiseptic. And non-metals used in crackers. Okay, in the last page, page number 51, uses of metals and non-metals is there. You have to write the uses of metals and non-metals. Okay, that one notes you have to write. This is about the metals and non-metals uses. Okay, so our chapter finished. I will give the in the half yearly exam metals and non-metals and synthetic fibers, synthetic plastics, synthetic fibers and plastics, and metals and non-metals I will give in the half yearly exam. Okay, these both chapters you have to read. Okay, from the synthetic fibers and plastics I will give the nearly 20-30%, and metals and non-metals I will give the remaining part, 20% to 30% from the first chapter, and remaining I will give the metals and non-metals. You have to prepare well. Okay, thank you all of you. Bye.